Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of the Inner Health Project. I'm your co-host, Chris Angel, here with your lovely host, Hannah Getty. Hello, Hannah.
Hello, Chris. How's it going?
I like that. I'm going good. I'm going to keep adding your lovely host, Hannah Getty. I think that's a perfect way to introduce you.
That's fine with me.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Awesome. Well, we're talking about how we move from drained to feeling fulfilled. I know there's some nuances to the word drained because it could be isolation, loneliness, not feeling supported. But I figured let's start with your story because that would give us some context for how this topic came about. And then let's see if we can't connect some dots on principles of it all.
Yeah, right. Okay. So I have a massage practice, my own business, and that I have to wear many hats. And right now it's just me in the business. Mm-hmm. So it can become very isolating and feeling like there's nobody around to bounce ideas off of. There's not a whole lot of support within the business itself. So I was feeling pretty drained, pretty lonely, and just off balance because I was doing all this work and I was giving and giving, but I wasn't getting any support that was giving back to me, that was helping me up. So I have a business coach, which really helps. And then just bouncing off ideas with her and being able to talk things out is great. And but one of the things she mentioned to me was you might not find support in your business. You might have to go elsewhere and find it outside of the business. So you're not always going to get the support where you think you might get it.
Right. So
I kind of started exploring and just I changed my mindset on really putting me first. And she said to me, you need to have some more fun in your life. Like it's just been business constantly and you need to get some joy back. So I started really listening to music that I really loved again. And I started just going out more, getting out of the house.
Yeah.
Connecting with people, not on a business level, which is great, right, but connecting on people for me, just for personal. So the mindset went from I'm doing all this for my business to I'm doing this for myself, for my own personal need to be fulfilled here. And it made a huge difference. It brought back the ability for me to learn who I was and who I am now, and just rediscover myself and kind of date myself.
Yeah, totally get that. Yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes I share an experience with a friend and sometimes I don't. It's just enjoying the moment and not thinking constantly about work or business or what am I going to do next. Like,
right.
Let's set some time aside for Hannah, just for me. So I think that is a very great way to balance out that.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of expending energy outwards and not a lot of receiving energy inwards, right? Like we do a lot of and I can see this if I think about my own life for a minute, just so, being an entrepreneur like you in business where there's always, entrepreneur, we're just a unique bunch in that we, for some reason, wanted to give up security to go build a dream we had in our brain, right? You're like, I don't know, I just feel like it's the right thing to do. And then all the expending energy that goes into creating it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be just entrepreneurs. Like you could be in work, or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and there's a lot of energy that goes into like all the thoughts about the family and the house and the stuff. It doesn't really matter. It's a human condition, I think. And then you throw social media on top of it. I'll find that when I'm done, I will numb out scrolling through Facebook, for example. But that's more expending. That doesn't actually recover energy for me. That just expends more of it, right?
Yeah, or you're just kind of watching other people's lives. It's great. Sometimes you see some piece of great wisdom on there.
Sure. Yeah.
But I think it's a little bit of a time waster.
Yeah. 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 I would say that's true for me. Absolutely.
So I think even taking 15 minutes to go walk outside,
Mhm.
or, you know, when the weather's nice, put your feet in the
Right.
grass, just
Yeah.
doing a hobby that you really enjoy, that's
Mm.
something that fulfills you back. Like, I really like to garden during the
Mm.
summer, and
Mm.
I like to be outside in nature, even in the wintertime when it's cold.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
like, just to go and observe nature and be out.
Yeah.
And something that's really been fulfilling for me lately is just going to art museums and seeing art,
Mm.
and just connecting with the artist that way. It's just,
Wow. That's
it
cool.
just does something, like my brain can look at it and think in many different ways, and I'm not thinking about
Yeah.
work. I'm very present, and I think
Mhm.
maybe that's the key, is finding an activity or something that makes you be present and allows you to just be in the moment.
Were
Yeah.
you ever, because I can think of this like being the business person that I am, like I'll just like a dog on a bone. I will just like go spin myself in circles down the road of business until if I come up for air and I'm like, okay, I've got all this space. I'm like, I don't know what I like. I don't remember what I'm passionate about. Like, did you ever have that where it was like, what am I passionate about? And how do you find that? How do you go to rediscover that?
Yeah. I felt like it was just all about the business. Like,
Mhm.
I could be creative in my business, but anytime I wanted to, I don't know, do something creative, it was only for the business. It wasn't
Right,
for
right, right.
me personally.
Mm,
And it took the fun out of it.
mm,
You know, it took that spontaneity out of it, because it had to be a certain way. It had to be perfect, you know.
right.
So for me, it was just changing the way I thought. It
Mm,
was,
mhm,
um, business does not have to be my entire life.
right.
So if you're a stay-at-home mom,
Mhm,
your kids do not have to be consume all of you. You
mhm,
know,
mm,
if you're a manager at work, your job does not have to be the only thing in your life that you think about and that you work towards. You can be a hardworking
yeah.
artist. You
Yeah.
can be
Yeah.
a hardworking
Right.
walker. You know,
Yeah.
whatever ignites that passion.
Mm,
And yeah, it might take a while for you to rediscover what you really like to do. But I
mhm,
guess I went back to like old nostalgic things. I found old CDs and I started
mm,
listening to them, and I found
mm,
just like
right.
things from my past, and
Yeah.
wow, I remember this person.
Wow.
Just seeing some old artwork that I had done, and um,
Wow. Hmm.
so maybe you just need to go look at some pictures, or a photo album, or a trip that you took, and and feel what you felt in those photos, and maybe that will spark something in your mind.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Did you ever see Runaway Bride with Julia Roberts?
Yeah.
Like that was a long time ago now.
Yeah.
But there was this, I remember this scene because it just stuck with me. So it was, and it's come back to me lately, probably because maybe I'm in a space where I need to go remember what I'm passionate about or what things interest me outside of work. Uh, but there was this thing where she would always just say whoever she was dating at the time, she would just say that she liked her eggs the way they liked her eggs. So she like, yeah, I like scrambled eggs. That's how I like my eggs. Or yeah, I like fried eggs.
Right.
And then this moment came where she realized like she had to go figure out who she was and what she liked in life. And I remember seeing this thing where she had like all these plates of eggs in front of her, and she was just tasting them to see what was really her favorite. And I
Right.
just love that image because I think that I have to remind myself to go try stuff. Just go try stuff. You don't have to have the answer. Just go try it and see what you like.
Right. And just enjoy the time you have with it.
Mm,
It doesn't have to be forever. It doesn't you it could just be a one-time thing. A
right,
conversation with a person could
right.
be a really good conversation, and then maybe you don't ever see them again. But just enjoy that you were able to have that conversation, or you
Yeah,
were able to have that experience.
yeah.
I think for me personally, it's it's like the planner in me trying to see, well, what can I make out of this? You know, how can I, maybe that's the entrepreneur part. How can I add to this? But sometimes things just need to be what they are, and then you learn from them and they're gone. And you got out of it what you needed. So
I love that. I really feel like, I mean, again, back to the name of the show, inner health. I feel like a lot of inner health is being present.
Definitely. Yeah.
In the moment.
Yeah.
That's
and you don't have to be meditating to be present. You can do anything.
Yeah.
It's just being there. Like you're not in your head. You're not worried about what other things are going on. It's just you're in it. You're feeling it.
Yeah. Yeah. So good. Well, we could keep going on that one for a long time, because I feel like I think that's a big, I don't use the word problem, but I feel like that's a big thing that people bump up against, is not being present. Right.
Yeah.
And that creates a lot of the stress. It creates a lot of the unhappiness.
And sometimes you don't really realize how off balance things became. So maybe you can just ask yourself, if you're listening to this, do I feel drained? Do I feel like I'm doing all the work? Do I feel stressed out? Do I hate what I'm doing every day? Like, why do I feel this way? Did my passion turn into something that is no longer fun to me? Am I not doing anything that ignites me and fuels me and makes me just energized? So if any of those things resonate with you, maybe things are off balance a little bit, and you can just explore what you really need to get back to balance. So.
That's beautiful. I love it. Good stuff, Hannah. Good stuff. Well, if people want to sort of feel restored in their energy through a massage, maybe, or even just connect more with this conversation of inner health, where can they go to connect with you?
So you can go to innerhealthproject.com, and you can listen to watch all the videos, and there's some other blogs on there as well. You can find out more about me from there. And you can also join our conversation on Facebook. We have a Facebook group called Inner Project, and just type that in, search for it, and become a member.
Yeah, it's cool on Facebook. If you guys have never searched, a lot of people, I don't even know, do you know you can search people? Do you know you can search on Facebook? Like, just type in Inner Health Project, and it'll pop up posts and groups. You can go to groups, and you'll actually see the group, and then request to join the group there. So Hannah, thank you so much for your time today. Your wisdom, as always, championing this conversation about inner health. And until next time, take care.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for the conversation.